met at the gym. So Rico was in college. Rico was in varsity for judo, and I was in varsity for dance. And a common friend introduced us in the gym.
It wasn't as quick, but I believe she's very reserved, I would say. But we get to know each other. We get to hang out with common friends, and then we started going out, by ourselves. And yeah, that's when the spark started, so to speak.
Yeah. Well, we were back in college. That's a really long time ago. We didn't really date at the start. We were hanging out with common friends first for a lot of years.
We're gonna celebrate our 17th year this year in August.
So we've known each other. We've been dating for about 27 years.
You wanna go first?
No, you go.
No, I mean, there's a lot of like memorable ones, but if I'm gonna choose one, I think the most memorable for us as a couple or as a married couple and as a family as well with our kids is when we moved here to the US. So we moved here 10 years ago. And one of the memorable and funny things is when we first moved to our apartment here in Maryland, we don't have anything. Like we have boxes, and it's memorable because the kids even remember. Like it's a few days, or I think a couple of weeks that we don't have a dining table, and we're eating on top of a moving box. And I feel like that's one of the most memorable ones because as a family and as a married couple, it's one of those things where it's you have to go through it. You have to go through thick and thin, and that's one of those thin moments. But we got through it, and we're really just happy and thankful to God that we got through it as a whole family and as a couple.
Mine is close to that. I'm remembering. I always remember that time when we were hauling all these boxes he was talking about from the Philippines into the airports, and I'm remembering Rico with superpowers hauling four boxes, large, really big boxes, four luggages, and me holding Corey on my arms and Johan trying to catch up with us running
Yeah, we have
at
eight total
midnight.
luggages.
We were running with all of these things, and back then it was really tiring and hard, but now we could laugh about it.
Yeah.
So it's a memory that's still clear in my head.
Yeah, on a 24-hour flight, by the way.
For me, it's teamwork. I've always, I grew up being the youngest, and so I just followed suit and wasn't really a team player. Never been good in team sports. But I think one of the lessons I've learned is that it takes more than just one to actually make a marriage work. So, marriage as well as family, it works only with all of us coming together, having the same foundations, so being accountable to each other. I think that's the biggest lesson for me.
Yeah, I believe mine is similar. I believe being able to go deeper and find a place where you will both agree because at some point you just have to find a way to make things work. And I guess I'm gonna put it this way: the lesson that I've learned is this relationship, it's not disposable at all. It's like you're given one chance and there's no other option but to make it work. It was not easy, but I feel like that's the lesson that I learned. You just have to learn how to make it work no matter what, even if you have to go through the difficult conversations, even if you have to sit down, even if you have to go through the painful situations, you have to go down and find that place wherein you will both agree and make things work. Whether it's her sacrificing things or me sacrificing things, we just have to make sure that we find that place where everything will work out and that there's no other option.